Hey Zanies, welcome back to another video. I'm your host Zany. Before we get started, always like this video, comment down below, share your favorite moments, and as always, please remember that we do a Roblox giveaway every 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe down below for contest details. And as you guys can already tell, I am wanted before the game has even started. And really what I want to do during this video is share with you some of my tips and tricks that I use to give me a little bit of an advantage while I'm playing the game. Now, some of them are pretty big, some of them are pretty small, some of them are hidden locations that a lot of people really don't know about. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, my first tip is to always customize your quick toggle buttons, and the way you do that is by pressing the tilde button on your keyboard, and from there you can actually rearrange everything that you might be carrying. Now, this doesn't really apply when you're just playing as a civilian, but whenever you go on to play as, say, a law enforcement officer, where you might be carrying a baton, a taser, a shield, cones, evidence markers, a gun, your cell phone, the MDT, and so on and so on and so on, it would actually benefit you to rearrange your equipment, especially your handcuffs or maybe something like your MDT, to make sure that you always have that readily accessible. The next tip I have for you is when you are driving, if you use the P letter on your keyboard, that engages the parking brake, and that is what allows you to make those quick turns around corners, especially when you're being chased and you want to make that quick getaway. Now I'm going to come up to speed here, and it normally works a little bit better when you're going above 50. See, you see that? You can make those sharp turns, and it really allows you to make those quick getaways, especially against some newer players or some newer police officers that don't really know what they're doing, like this. Yep, you see that? I'm able to make that quick turn and then get off of it and then start going about my way. And let's just pretend I'm being chased right now, and I make this quick turn here. You see that? I'm able to come up to speed. And what I have found is when I am being chased and I use this tip here, I use it to go in between buildings like this, and it normally allows me to make a quick getaway against police officers. You see that? Making quick turns here, like this, like that. Then you make another quick turn here. And just like that, if we were being chased, I promise you that would have lost everyone chasing you. The second tip or trick that a lot of people don't know about is the vast majority of these houses, including some of the mobile homes in the other side of the map, they can actually be bought or rented. So if we click E and let's just pretend we're going to select this house here, we're going to rent it out for an hour, we're going to purchase it, the house has been booked. So now if we go inside and we can sit down, we can watch TV, we can explore, go into the restroom, go into the office, go into little nooks and crannies like that one, sit down at the dining table, go into the closet, go upstairs. It's really just kind of endless what you can do, and I think this room had a restroom. Yep, it has a restroom. Go into the shower, go into the closet. And this particular house has 4 rooms. So again, it's pretty big and it's pretty awesome. This really helps out when you are being chased from the cops, because unless they are SWAT officers, they actually cannot come into your house. Now, you don't need a game pass for this. I just so happen to have a game pass, but you actually don't need a game pass to rent out a house. You can go to some of the smaller homes, like, say, I think this one is one of the smaller homes. You can go to one of the smaller homes. You can rent out the small homes for as long as you like, and you don't need a game pass. Now, the cool thing about the game pass that I actually enjoy is when you come over to the garage, it'll let you spawn a car directly from your home. Of course, only the cars that you currently own. So if I wanted to spawn a Tahoe, I could spawn Tahoe. If I wanted to spawn any of the other vehicles, I could do that directly from the comfort of my home. That's pretty cool. That's something that I really enjoy, and that's actually 2 tips in 1 there, isn't it? So there we go, 2 tips involving the homes. And another tip or trick that involves the home is this little button up here. A lot of people have already figured out this one, but we're going to talk about the home one first. If you click on this one, you can unlock your home and you can let anyone that's playing on the same server into your home, and then you can lock it. You can kick all the players out, and if for whatever reason you get lost, you can show the location of your home, and when you are driving toward it, you'll always be able to see this marker as long as you are close to your home. I'm showing you this now so you can see that my house, the marker, I left it on and I can see where my house is at in case I want to navigate my way back to it. That's pretty cool. And with that being said, we're just going to roll into the next tip or trick because we are right next to it, and that's this little figure here that's just been recently added. This lets you put your hands up, lets you lay down, lets you sit down in case you are being detained or in case you are role playing with, say, EMS or firefighters or anything of the like. It's a really cool feature. I think it really just allows people to roleplay a little bit better when they're able to control or manipulate the position of their character a little bit more in whatever scenario they might find themselves in. So the next tip involves a car as well. For the longest time, I would see people racing all throughout the map in, nice Lamborghinis or Bugattis or what have you, so even Mustangs, and I would notice that they were able to make their tires peel. And again, for the longest time, I was never able to figure out how they were doing it. I thought they were holding down P and maybe pressing the up arrow, which of course is your accelerate button. That actually has nothing to do with it. The way they do that is by holding the shift button. So if you hold the shift button, you see that? I am now making my tires put out that smoke and giving the impression that I am burning out for as long as I want to do it. This does not slow your vehicle down. It does not make you come to a stop. It doesn't do anything. It's really just as simple as holding the shift button. Now, the only warning that I have for this is that when you hold down the shift button, it also messes with your camera angle. So that is what allows the camera to keep rotating indefinitely. So be very, very careful if you are holding the shift button because your camera will not move. The only way it'll move is if you do it with your mouse, just like that. And again, that can get very confusing for a lot of people. Now, the very last tip that involves the vehicle is the use of the gas station. Believe it or not, I have ran into a lot of players that don't know they can access the pump and fill up on gas. Now, I understand that some of us may not want to or like to spend money and we just go back to civilian spawn and either spawn a different car or leave the game, but more and more I have found that the developers actually made it impossible for you to do that, meaning that you have to use the gas station. So if a lot of you are out there wondering, hey, my vehicle keeps running out of gas, it is because they want you to use the gas station. Alright, Zanies, that's actually going to do it for this video. I'm going to turn this into a two-part series because I don't want to make these videos too long. If you enjoyed this video or if any of these tips and tricks are new to you, leave a comment down below. Let me know which is your favorite. Let me know which ones you never knew about. Part 2 is going to be nothing but secret locations in this map. So if you want to see more videos like this one, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and click that notification button to become part of the Zany Squad. Until next time, I'll see you soon.